today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with. And that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
I try to be.
You are. You wrote an incredible article for LA Mom Magazine where you kind of outline how to get kids familiar with money, how to spend money, and how to really know how to deal with money. It's a big issue.
It is. It's a big issue. I mean, it's what we use for currency.
So how do we do it at a young age? Like, what is your advice to me? I have 4 kids. They're all over the spectrum on age. How do we do it? I mean,
I get it. I mean, I have 3 little ones too. And the good news is starting young is a lot easier than when they get older, right? At this age, like my oldest is 8, my youngest is 4. I've got a 6-year-old. And really right now, talking about money is no different than talking about Legos. So the sooner you can get comfortable having those conversations at an early age, the easier it is as they get older. Okay. So we talk about money pretty much all the time. And it's funny because my 8-year-old just started his 3rd grade checking account. And he said, Mom, I'm so proud. I have more money than anybody in the 3rd grade. I'm like, as you should be. Do they know your mommy's a financial advisor? And he's like, no. But truly, I think if we talk about it in that way as a positive thing, as no different than talking about what you're going to wear for the day, talking about openly about money to even strangers if they need to, then it becomes a very healthy relationship with what they need to do. Okay. But they also understand and respect it enough to know when to spend and when not to spend.
And how does an 8-year-old know when to spend and when not to spend?
Well, you'd be surprised how much they know. But at 8 years old, I feel like between 7 and 8 is kind of the magic moment where they really start to understand what costs what, right? So we'll go shopping together. We'll go to Target. And then, a lot of times parents will have, I'll see them during the aisles and the kids will be like, Mommy, I have to have this, I have to have this. So at a very young age, I think even with my 3-year-old, 4-year-old, I said, Target's like the museum, right? We look, we play, we don't take home. And if you build that foundation early on, they don't have that relationship where if I don't have, I'm sad. Right. You don't want them to have that feeling. Right. Instead, we translate it to having money means that we can spend more time together as a family, right? Maybe going on a family vacation, maybe do an art project together, maybe donate something to charity together. Right. But understand what everything costs. And once you have those open discussions, like, for example, I'll ask my son, I said, well, honey, we can either go out to dinner tonight, which will probably, with the whole family, will probably cost about $100 because there's a whole bunch of us. Right. Or we could take that same money and we could, we could go in the snow and play in the snow for the day and get lift tickets. Which one makes sense to you? Nice. And he'll evaluate it and he'll say, actually, we don't need to do either. We can actually go to the snow and just play, and it'll cost us nothing, right? So you have these discussions, and then so they are able to make these decisions without us. Because the thing about it, I think a lot of times with parents, we feel like we need to shield our children from making wrong decisions. But what we want to do is while they're in our houses, make bad decisions.
Oh, absolutely. And for a kid at 8 to understand what they can do with $100 is very important. And I think it's great. What you just mentioned, the point of comparison, that's huge.
It's great because this actually just happened last week. We were into one of those those rotation sushi places, right? And the bill was like $100. I'm like, wow. And then I'm like, did you enjoy dinner? He's like, I did. I said, great. Here you go, honey. Today's on you. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, you have money in your bank account, right? Today's on you because it's nice when you have money to be able to treat your family. And mommy and daddy always treat. So today's going to be on you. I mean, his whole face just went red.
I'm sure it did.
And he started cheering up. I'm like, why are you so sad? He's like, it took me so long to make that money. I'm like, exactly. So we got to make these decisions. So it was great.
I love that. I love that. So I think if I got what you said, and I'm happy that our moms are tuned in, is don't be afraid, because we are afraid to talk about money with our kids. Don't be afraid and make the comparisons and hand them the check every now and then and make them feel empowered that, hey, maybe I should think twice before I order that sushi roll,
That's right.
I love that, Winnie. That's amazing. Well, I'm calling you back right away because we need to talk about teens.
Yes.
So thank you for today. That was very helpful.
Anytime.
Awesome. And that was Winnie Sun today, who was talking to us about money with our kids. And next time we're going to talk about teens, financing, and much, much more, all here on Focus TV Network with Moms Matter.